Hey guys, Jamiy here, and today on Roblox we're playing some more Pokemon Brick Bronze. As you can see on screen right now, today in this video I'm going to be answering a question that I've been getting a lot of recently, which is how do I breed quicker for hidden abilities, and how do I increase or how do I increase my chances of getting a hidden ability Pokemon? Well, for Pokemon Brick Bronze, it's a little bit different from the real Pokemon games, obviously, as we can see in other aspects of the game. But main reason is that you can increase your odds, but it's only with the ability charm Game Pass. Now, obviously, you don't need it, but while you are breeding Pokemon, you usually have a 1 in 512 chance, which is around 17 PC boxes. So every 17 PC boxes, if you're lucky, you might be lucky enough to go and get yourself a hidden ability. When you have this ability charm, which is 500 Robux, you have the chances halved to 1 in 256. This takes it down to around 5.5 PC boxes, so obviously twice as quick. And also with this ability charm, you have the ability to go encounter wild Pokemon, and then they can also have hidden abilities now. So you can also do that, although the ones in the wild aren't exactly that great, because obviously trying to get good IVs in the wild, it's not really going to work for competitive viability, which is why people usually breed for them, since obviously we can get good IVs. This one obviously doesn't have the best IVs, since obviously I needed a hidden power, plus I suck at trying to go for hidden powers. So obviously, like, eventually I need to keep going for, this one isn't hidden ability, but like I had to keep going for like 31s in these stats. I needed 26 for the hidden power, which I just bulk up it to 31 since I needed even value. Needed an odd value for the attack, but I wanted a low attack because Alolan Raichu is psychic, obviously, so I didn't really want foul play hitting it very hard. So the lower the IVs on the attack, the better. So main thing is you can increase your odds only with the ability charm. Now, that isn't what people are trying to ask, though. What people are trying to ask for is, is there any little tricks I can use? Because obviously the chain fish is in the game, which means obviously you can get shinies faster. Mainly for water type Pokemon that one can fish for. But people are asking, can I do something similar to that with breeding? Now, if you don't know how it works in the real games, I'll quickly tell you. So then, in the real games, to breed for a hidden ability Pokemon, you can't unless one of the female parents has a hidden ability itself. If you're using a ditto on a male Pokemon, the male needs to have the hidden ability. But the reason why this is, so also I just took this off of the internet, obviously, because I'm not 100% sure about breeding hidden abilities on the real Pokemon games. I just quickly had to research it, but it says breeding 2 Pokemon with normal abilities will never result in a Pokemon with a hidden ability from the offspring. To breed a Pokemon with a hidden ability, the female Pokemon or male/gender Pokemon being bred with a Ditto must have its hidden ability. It will have a 60% chance of passing on that hidden ability to the offspring. This does unfortunately mean that you'll never be able to trade for a Pokemon of the right species, but you'll need to catch or trade for a Pokemon of the right species with the hidden ability to begin with. So what that means is, obviously, you need to go and hunt in the wild yourself, or just trade on the global link for a hidden ability Pokemon, and then you can start breeding for hidden abilities, which obviously is completely different to how Pokemon Brick Bronze works, because to even find hidden abilities in the wild, we need to go by the Game Pass, which again, it doesn't really matter if you do find hidden abilities in the wild or not, because most likely they're gonna suck, unless you get pretty lucky and you get one with good IVs, which is very, very unlikely. So obviously, that's that. So the main thing is that you can't breed hidden abilities if the female parent doesn't have the hidden ability itself, which makes it 10 times more difficult, because you're gonna have to try and hunt for something that's probably, when you catch it, is probably going to have terrible and god-awful IVs, and then you have to go and try and breed it, and then you have to keep doing that, although there is 6% chance. So I mean, once you do get it, it's easy breeding for that specific Pokemon. But the main difference is in Pokemon Brick Bronze, you don't have that 60% chance of getting the increase, or the 60% chance of passing down the hidden ability. The main reason why is because you can use 2 normal Pokemon. For example, if I quickly go do I even have the Snivers anymore? Is this it? No. I think I might have deleted the Snivers, but the main point I'm trying to get is that to breed for hidden abilities in Pokemon Brick Bronze, you don't need the parents to be any hidden ability. For example, when I bred for my hidden ability superiors, both of the parents didn't have the hidden ability. They just had the IVs that I wanted, so I could try and breed for the hidden power that I wanted on good IVs. And like I said, this does mean it is different from the real Pokemon games. Is it better or worse? It kind of depends, to be honest, because obviously, if it was like the real Pokemon games, people would be a lot worse off, because obviously the Game Pass allows you to find hidden abilities in the wild. You don't find them in the wild automatically, so obviously that'd be behind a paywall. So this is the best option that Tate had in mind, but also to try and make hidden abilities rare, so they aren't just being spammed everywhere, because obviously some of them are really, really, really good. For example, Superior, one of the best hidden abilities in the game. You have Greninja again. That's a Battle Bond one. Where's mine? Protein, again, arguably one of the best hidden abilities in the game. You have Incineroar with the Intimidate, and all this stuff. So the reason why they are doing it like this is because it's gonna be even difficult. Because also, if you have to go find Pokemon in the wild or trade for them, they're gonna be even more rare, because hidden abilities will be behind a paywall, which is 500 Robux for the ability charm to go and find them, and then you can start breeding, which I mean is a little bit easy for that. But the whole reason, like I did say, is to try and preserve the rarity of these hidden abilities. So obviously, like I said, it does take a while, but I mean, if you do get lucky, you will be able to breed. All it takes is a lot of time, and just make sure that you're at least going for hidden. When you are going for hidden abilities, that you at least try and go for the IVs and some good egg moves. Obviously, back in the day when I went for my Protein Greninja, I got the egg moves I wanted, which was Toxic Spikes at the time. But the IVs, I had no idea how to really breed for them, so you can see it ended up just getting me a 131. Whereas now, if I go and breed some hidden abilities like this, I can get kind of okay. I was still kind of new to this because the Destiny Knot didn't come out, but I know. Do I have any other hidden abilities? Like this should be a hidden ability, like 31, like 31 in the stat that I needed. I could just bulk up that, but again, not really needed. I think I got that actually before the Destiny Knot as well. But I mean, like I said, I mean, with the Destiny Knot in the game now, it's a lot easier to breed really, really good IV Pokemon that also have hidden abilities, while also just going for the egg moves. Obviously, you can have up to 4. But I mean, it is a good thing that it is different, because obviously, it seems like it's a little bit harder to go get hidden abilities in the game, or in the real Pokemon games, than is Pokemon Brick Bronze. But for some people, if their luck is really bad, it won't seem that way. But also, what can't happen in the real Pokemon games is certain other Pokemon. For example, I have a Litten around here somewhere. Do I have any idea where I put it? Not really. Actually, it's probably this one. No, it's not. Okay, I lied. It's this one. So, this is a hidden ability Litten that I got. The reason why I don't use it is because the stats are god awful. What the heck, man? The reason why I don't use it is because it's awful. So, I just decided to just keep it, just to say, sure, why not? But the reason why this is really, really good in Pokemon Brick Bronze, because this can happen in the real Pokemon games. Think about it. Starter Pokemon, you can't find them in the wild in the real Pokemon games, so it's impossible to get hidden abilities for these Pokemon until they have an event. Which I think for Pokemon Sun and Moon, there hasn't been any events yet for the starters, and it's been what, almost a year now. I don't know, like maybe 7-8 months since the game officially came out, somewhere around there, and they still haven't had an event for the Sun and Moon starter Pokemon. So obviously, that's a huge problem, because Littens, or yeah, Litton's hidden ability, Intimidate, is actually really, really good because it is meant to be a tank. Obviously, if we go back to our Incineroar, if it has Intimidate with an Assault Vest on it, well, this one's got Fire MZ because I was testing them out, but if this one had an Assault Vest on it, increasing special defenses, and then the Intimidate lowers the opponent's physical attack, making it be a little bit more tanky on the physical defense, you can see that it actually works out really, really great for Incineroar. I actually need to bulk up their defense, that is awful. We can see that, obviously, it benefits certain Pokemon to have the hidden ability, whereas the Blaze only works when I think like below like 30% hit points, and then increases fire type moves. What to do? It's meant to be a tank, it's meant to be at full hit points as often as it can, or as much as it can be. So obviously the Intimidate would be better in that certain case. You have certain things like the Decidueye, Long Reach. Again, this is another status that you can't get the hidden ability for yet in Sun and Moon. If you go look at its stats, again, not really that great, but what this one does is that it doesn't make contact with its contact moves. For example, if I use Spirit Shackle, it is a contacting move. If I use Leaf Blade, it is a contacting move, and I believe Sucker Punches as well. But with Long Reach, it means that these contact moves don't actually make contact with the Pokemon. The reason why this is good is because of Pokemon like Flame Body. Contact with a Pokemon with Flame Body can cause you to get burnt. Pokemon with Rough Skin, like my Garchomp, every time you hit it, you lose, I believe, 1/8 or 1/16 of your hit points by just coming into contact with it. So obviously, Long Reach is really, really good for that, especially for Rocket Helmets as well, I believe. So obviously, there is some benefits in Pokemon Brick Bronze that you don't get in the real Pokemon games, but also vice versa. Now, is it easier to go for hidden abilities in Pokemon Brick Bronze to the main games? It depends. Because, like I said, I haven't really bred for any hidden abilities in the real games because I didn't really feel like I needed them because I didn't really do too many battles online. So I think, in my opinion though, it's probably slightly easier to go for them in Pokemon Brick Bronze because you don't need the parent to have the hidden ability. But does that mean that it's always going to be like this for Pokemon Brick Bronze? Maybe, maybe not. This is just a speculation. Obviously, I'm not confirming anything. Like I just said, it is just a speculation. But maybe once the game is completed and Lando and Tate are just deciding to move on to different games that they're wanting to make, they might decide, hey, why don't we just make hidden abilities 60% chance if the female parent is using them. Like I said, I'm not confirming it, that's just a speculation. That could happen, because obviously, once the game is completed, the rarity doesn't really need to be kept that much, in a sense, because obviously, since Pokemon Brick Bronze has been out for a while now, or a long time, there's been a few hidden abilities. Like, I think I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because of my Greninja, 8 because of that, 9, 10 if I count the other 2 Snivers that I gave away. I got 2 Tricos, off the top of my head, that's all I can remember. Probably got some more somewhere. Right now I'm breeding for the hidden ability Rockruff, so yes, you can't breed, or you can't get any increases or multipliers to for your hidden ability breeding or hunting. Unfortunately, the only one that you can get is to double your odds by buying the ability game pass or the ability charm, which does cost 500 Robux. It is a little expensive for some people, obviously, but I mean it's an infinite amount of hidden abilities that you can get from the hidden ability ability charm. So for someone like me that breeds a lot of Pokemon and needs a lot of hidden abilities, it would make sense for me to buy it. Now, does that mean that you need to buy this to get hidden abilities? No, just like it's going to take you twice as long, most likely, unless your odds are really good and your chances are just insanely lucky you might get one in the first PC box. I mean, I've shown the example that, actually this Litten is actually a really, really good example. The reason why I got these IVs was because I wasn't fully finished with the parents by getting them good IVs. I only just started to try and get the Fake Out Egg move, and I was still trying to go for the, and I just finished going for the nature, so I was just about to go starting to swap out the parents for good IVs, and I ended up getting a hidden ability one, so obviously it depends on more luck. I think it's like took me 2 PC boxes to get, but the stats are really, really bad, so yeah, okay, that's pretty much like the gist of it. You can increase your odds, but only by buying the ability charm, and like I said, in the future, it may change, it may not. it just depends on how Tay and Lando feel about the rarity of Pokemon Big Bronze. So hopefully that helps. This was a lot longer of a video than I really intended it to be, but because I've got that question asked so much, because honestly, I get a lot of hidden abilities. The main one that I'm using right now is my hidden ability Superior with the Sub-Seed set. Also, I bottled cap the speed to make it a little bit quicker. The Sub-Seed set, the reason why it's really, really good is because of how good the hidden ability is. The normal ability is okay, but the hidden ability is just like, okay, wasn't, wait, well, it's 10 times better, 100 times better than it originally was. Okay, I'm gonna get that. So obviously, that's pretty much the gist of it. Like I said, only the ability charm gives you the ability to increase your odds of hidden ability hunting. So gotta be wary of that. So yes and no, I guess, is a better sense. You can increase your odds, but it's only with 500 Robux. Now, like I did say, you don't need to buy this at all. It's still a 1 in 516, did I say? 512 to get a hidden ability, which is around 17 PC boxes. So every 17 PC boxes that you breed of eggs, you're most likely at least going to get one hidden ability. Now, it isn't 100% of the time you're gonna always get one. Sometimes it might take a little bit longer. Sometimes you might get two. Obviously, for my Snivers, I bred 1500s Snivers, and I only got 4. Once technically, I should have got one every single 8 PC boxes. So technically, I should have had around 6 rather than 4. So I got pretty unlucky about that, but also I was trying to go for the shines at the same time. So obviously, if you want to shine hunt while you're going for the hidden abilities, it just makes it a little bit easier, because obviously by the time you get all of the shinies, for example, when I'm shiny hunting for example the Snivers, if I quickly scroll down, where is it? So here I've got 3 Snivers. By the time I got all these 3 shiny Snivers, I ended up getting 4 hidden abilities. The reason why is because my shiny luck is horrible sometimes. But usually when you go in for shinies, while also going for the hidden abilities, by the time you get like 1 or 2 shinies, you might end up with a hidden ability if you are using the shiny charm game pass and the shiny real power while doing it, because also increase your odds. So like I said, yes, you can increase your odds. Is it as good as you think it is or hope it is? Not really, but 50% chance is still pretty good, because obviously it cuts your time in half to what you have to just spend on just breeding eggs endlessly. So there we go. I know some people are going to be upset because obviously there isn't really technically a good way to increase your odds, but I mean 50% is still really, really good. Like I did say, maybe in the future, if they feel like they want to, they might add in the option to do it, or to use the real Pokemon games tactic by letting the hidden ability parents breed down on the hidden ability to the offspring. They might do it, although, like I did say, it's not 100% sure that they will. But I just wanted to make this video because obviously, like I did say, I've been getting so many comments about it. Mainly because I think it's because of the Superior, because obviously, like I did say, Superior's hidden ability is one of the best in the game. Same with Greninja's protein is insane. So obviously, the reason why I've been getting a lot of these comments is mainly because of Superior, because I have been using it probably a little bit too much, but I mean, I've kind of enjoyed using it. It's not too OP, but I mean, it depends on how you run it, I guess. So yeah, but that's pretty much the gist of it. All you have to do is breed a lot of eggs, and that's it. I would suggest going for the before breeding for the hidden abilities, that you breed for Egg-moos, the nature that you want, and give that parent in Everstone, and then try and breed for IVs by using the Destiny Knot, and then on the little Pokemon with the nature that you want with a Everstone. So just really quick example, since I can just put this on the end, that if I wanted to go for like, I don't know, a hidden ability Pikachu, I'd have to evolve this into a Pikachu, because obviously you can't breed Pichus because it's a baby Pokemon. I have good IVs on this one, so you can see 5 times 31. I'd give this one a Destiny Knot, so every time that I get an egg, it will have 5 of these stats. So it might take these bomb 5s, and then the HP it'll have to roll again, so I might get between 0 and 31 IVs. So that's how the Destiny Knot works. But it also takes them from the little parents as well, so it doesn't always just take them from that parent. I just showed you the Pichu. It might take them from the Pikachu, which also is really, really high. So obviously, there's a good chance I'm going to get a really, really good IV Pokemon. but also I want the timid nature of my Pikachu, which is weird because you might be thinking, well, how did you manage to get both of them timid? It's because of the Everstone. So for example, in this situation, I had to give the male Pokemon, this one, a Destiny Knot, because obviously, like I did say, it takes them from both parents, and I'd give this female Pichu a Everstone. Now, what that would do is every time that I breed a poke or get an egg from the daycare man and hatch it, it'll always have a timid nature, and it'll always have 5 of the IVs that the parents had. So obviously, when I do get a hidden ability, there's a freaking good chance it'll be perfect. The only downside is that there might be one stat is off, but obviously ball caps are a thing, or you just breed for another one, which will take it a lot longer. But the odds are always just like kind of risky when breeding for hidden abilities, because obviously there's that one stat that could make or break your hidden ability. So you just gotta get around yourself, like it will take you a long time. A lot of people probably won't breed for them, because obviously, like I did say, it takes a long time. The main reason that I do is that I just AFK breed, which obviously I use the up and right arrow key, then just press escape twice, and it'll make you auto walk. Just really quickly, I'll just show you that real quickly, since I know people be asking that a lot. But if I come out here, go on my hoverboard, if I got this would say I have eggs in my party. Since I can't use arrow keys for the hoverboard, except from up and down, use W and D, and then just press escape, and then just don't click. I am now walking on my own. Also just clapping to prove that I'm not touching my keyboard at all. And then when it hatches, I just go put it in the PC. If it's not hidden ability, I delete the PC boxes usually if they're really bad IVs. A box at a time. I come back out here, get another egg, and then go FK breed while I'm just watching YouTube or something like that. So that's pretty much the main gist. So I'm going to leave it off there, because this is way too long of a video, but just in case people are wanting to know, that's why things are different in Pokemon Big Bronze to the real Pokemon games, to try and maintain the rarity of them, since also the shinies don't really matter, since it's just a colour scheme, obviously. But certain people like me really want to get the shinies, because they look cool, and plus I'm doing a shiny dex, whereas the hidden abilities are a lot better than shinies, so the rarity of those obviously wanted to be maintained, because some of them are broken as heck. Protein Greninja, Country Superior, and obviously a lot more of them. But anyway, we'll leave off there, because like I said, I'm making this video way too longer. I'm making this video a lot longer than it needed to be, so I apologise for that. But yeah, that is the main reason why, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. And like always, I'll see you guys next time.